Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video of Be the Best DFS Daily Fantasy Sports Talk. Today is August 18th, 2016, and I will be going over my lineup strategy for tonight's main slate on FanDuel. It's about 10:30 in the morning here in Decatur, Georgia, where I'm at, and I got to make up for yesterday. Yesterday was a horrible day for me. If you saw the video from yesterday for the early slate, I'll admit it was a bad day for me as far as my lineup. But like I always say, I count the wins as blessings and the losses teach lessons. And I learned a lesson yesterday. Going with Steven Strasburg, that wasn't the right thing to do. I lost focus of what I needed to do. The primary focus should always be making sure that I make the best lineup possible. But yesterday, I got too focused on trying to be different. I knew that Chris Archer and J.A. Happ were better choices. I knew they were more reasonable choices. But I was so focused on trying to be different and lost focus on just trying to make the best lineup, and it cost me. And another thing about that game, I don't really think it was just Coors Field because, the Rockies, they scored 12 runs yesterday. Steven Strasburg gave up 9 in 2 innings, including a RBI double to the pitcher. So after he got out the game, the rest of the game, the last 7 innings, the Rockies only scored 3 runs. So I don't really think it was the field. I think it was Steven Strasburg. I don't know what's going on with him, but that was just a bad play by me. I gotta focus on making the best lineups, and it's cool to try to be different. But if you're different and you don't have a good lineup, it's not going to do anything for you. And that's the lesson I learned yesterday. I didn't really play on I did enter a contest on the main slate. I got 167 points. It was a high-scoring night. I saw at the top of the leaderboards, it was like 300 was the top score. So I didn't really do nothing on the main slate. But today is a new day. I'm excited. I feel really good about this. I'm optimistic. And, the theme of this video is going to be breaking out of a slump, because I'm in a slump right now. Last 2 days, no success. The previous 3 days, I was on a little roll. But, I'm in a slump right now, and I'm looking to break out of it. So let's get into this slate. Starting off at the first position, the most important position for your lineups, the pitcher position. And for tournaments and GPPs tonight, I like Madison Bumgarner. He's the highest priced pitcher, 11,300. He's playing against the Mets at home in AT&T Park, which is a pitcher's park, National League park. So you get the pitcher's position to come up to bat. The Mets, they aren't a scary offense in my opinion. And Bumgarner, he's just a really good player. You look at his game log. I know I used him in his last start, 57 fantasy points. And the start before that, August 7th, 42 fantasy points. And we all must remember, July 10th, at home, he had an 81 fantasy point performance. So I didn't really do much analyzing at this position because, I learned my lesson from yesterday. I'm not about to, try to get all cute at the pitcher position when it's not needed. And I like Bumgarner. I like him all day. Madison Bumgarner. That's the person I'm going to roll with in tournaments and GPPs. Of course, I'll mention, other possible options, but I'm stuck on Bumgarner. Fernandez, I don't think that would be a good idea to play him at 11,000. He's been in kind of slump lately. Last 2 games, 33 fantasy points apiece. August 8th and August 2nd. July 28th, 27 fantasy points. His last good game was July 23rd against the New York Mets for 48 fantasy points. So at a price tag of 11,000, and he's also playing on the road at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, which is known to be a hitter's park. 30 fantasy points just not going to cut it. So he's not on my radar. Jay DeGrom, good pitcher, but I'm not messing with him at San Francisco. San Francisco is not a team I want to pick on. Daniel Salazar for the Cleveland Indians. He's just coming off the disabled list, so there's a lot of uncertainty about how he may perform. In addition to the Chicago White Sox scored 10 runs last night, so that could be a kind of risky move. And other than that, the only pitcher that I may say you can consider if you want to save money and try to be a little different is Lopez for the Washington Nationals. The Braves, they've been in the slump the last 2 days. Yesterday, Daniel Duffy pitched a complete game, gave up 2 runs, got the win. And the day before, Irvin Santana, I think he pitched maybe 7 or 8 innings, but he got the win. So, and then also the Nationals, a good offense, so there's the win security. So if you just want to pay up for bats and want to make a little sneaky move, maybe Lopez for the Nationals. Also, he played the Braves just a week ago on August 13th, pitched 7 innings, got 36 fantasy points. So at a price tag of $6,500, if you want to be super contrarian and save money so you can spend up for all those bets, I think Lopez would be a great option. But again, for me today, it's all about Madison Bumgarner. I don't care about his price tag. I'm putting him in there, and I'll build the rest of my lineup around him. Okay, so now that's all I got. That's my take on pitcher. So for the rest of my lineup, considering the fact that Bumgarner is 11,300, that limits what I can do with my lineup as far as the position players. So I had to find a lot of value plays. As I was doing my research earlier today when I was at McDonald's a few minutes ago eating breakfast, one offense that I like tonight is the Seattle Mariners. Their lineup as a whole have pretty good BVP statistics versus Shoemaker. So I'm going to do my lineup a little differently. I got 2 stacks incorporated in one lineup. So at first base, I got Adam Lynn for 2,800. That's a great price tag. He's a left-handed hitter going up against a righty. And I think, let me look up his statistics real quick. Batter versus BVP statistics. Sorry, Lynn. Okay. All right, only 5 at bats, but he's batting 200, so 1 for 5. But I'm gonna just read some of the statistics for the Seattle Mariners versus Shoemaker. Okay, Nelson Cruz, 17 at bats. He's batting 353 with 1 career home run. Leon's Martin, he's batting 412 with 1 home run and 17 career at bats. Kyle Seager, in 20 career at bats, he's batting 250 with 2 home runs. And Seth Smith, in 14 career at bats, 357 with 2 career home runs. So now I'm gonna go back to my lineup. And like I was saying, at first base, I like Adam Lynn because I'm trying to do a Seattle Mariners stat at 2,800. To analyze the first base position, other players you can consider, I think Joey Votto would be a good tournament play because people would be scared of going up against Fernandez. Freddie Freeman, he's hot. He'd be a good tournament play. He hit a home run last night, and he also hit a home run last week when he faced his pitcher Lopez. And yeah, that's about all that sticks out to me at first base. I didn't really do much analyzing because I put Adam Lynn as the first part of a Mariners stack. Okay, the second part of my Mariners stack, I went to third base, Kyle Seager for 3,500. He got 2 career home runs against Shoemaker. I think I just read it's 20 at bats. Seager is a guy with power, 22 home runs on the season, so he's someone that I like tonight. Just to give you analyze the rest of the third base positions. Let's see. I really don't see much tonight. Maybe Justin Turner playing at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, a ballpark that's favorable to right-handed power. And the Dodgers, they've been putting up a lot of runs the past few days, so he could be a viable option. Always consider Manny Machado because of the talents that he have. I think all the Nationals are in play. So Anthony Rendon, because I just really don't believe in this pitcher, Whalen, for the Braves. He tends to struggle a lot. And Yeah, that's about all I see at third base. That's about all I see. So now moving on to the third part of my stack, I picked two Seattle Mariners outfielders. Martin, I just read, and I think it was 17 at bats. He's batting over 400 with one career home run. And then I got Nelson Cruz also at 3,700. I forgot how many at bats it is, but he's batting like 350 with one career home run. So that makes up one part of my lineup with the Mariners stack. Martin, Cruz, Seager, and Adam Lynn. All right, now the second part of my stack, to go with the theme of breaking out a slump. Now, there's been one team in the league that's been in like a crazy slump, and that's the San Diego Padres. They've been on the East Coast in New York playing the Mets. They struggled. They got dominated by the Tampa Rays. Smiley, Snell, and Chris Archer just shut them down. Had the Padres offense looking like a minor league baseball team. They have really been struggling. But now that road trip is over, and they going back home to Petco Park, and they're in a slump, and they looking to break out of it. I'm in a slump. I'm looking to break out of it. I got Madison Bumgarner, so I need some value plays. I think it just works perfectly today. Now, Petco Park is a pitcher's ballpark. So, and the game is a late game, so a lot of people not even going to consider the Padres. But today, with the pitcher that I got, I have to find some value plays, and I think the Padres are in a good spot tonight, going up against the Arizona Diamondbacks and this pitcher Bradley, who's not all that good. On the season, 17 games played, a 4.91 ERA. He's given up 97 hits in only 95 innings pitched. Now, the people I have from the Padres, there were two people that I'm really, really big on. And I'm going to start with them first. At second base, Ryan Schimpf for 3,000. Now, he's been doing bad, but if you look at his game log, all right, August 12th against the New York Mets, 51 fantasy points, 2 home runs, and that was at Citi Field, a pitcher's ballpark. But the thing that intrigues me about Schimpf tonight, the last time he was at home, which was August 7th against Philadelphia, his last home game, he hit a home run and 22 fantasy points. I believe he is a rookie, and rookies are more comfortable at home, and he's been struggling. So I'm looking to get out of a slump. Hopefully, he's looking to get out of the slump. Righty versus lefty matchup, first game of a homestand. I like Ryan Schimpf tonight for $3,000 at second base. Great price tag. And the second player that I really, really like for the Padres is Alex Dickerson for $2,700. Now, he's really, really been struggling. But like I said, they were on the East Coast in New York, Philadelphia, also Pittsburgh before that. First game back home. Now, his last game at home, August 7th, against the Philadelphia Phillies, he hit a home run. So maybe returning back home, to the comfortable confines of Petco Park, maybe he gets another home run. Lefty versus righty matchup, good price. I like Alex Dickerson tonight. He's not a widely known player unless you really, really be following baseball like that. I'm going to say I don't really know much about him, but I know at one point last month in July, he was really, really hot. I think he hit 3 or 4 home runs in a row. It was against the Blue Jays. Whenever they played the Blue Jays, he was on a tear. But, being that he's back home, last time he was at home, he hit a home run. Righty versus lefty matchup, a mediocre pitcher, pair him up with Schimpf. I think it's a good play. Now, the third part of my Padres stack, I have to get these value plays, with Bumgarner. I'm going with Alexi Ramirez. I know he's an old guy, really don't have that much home run upside, but consider the fact he did hit a home run on August 15th at Tropicana Field, which is a big ballpark, a pitcher's ballpark. Now, I don't even know if he's going to start, but I'm hoping he starts. again, it's like 10 something in the morning. But hopefully, if he starts, he'll be a nice piece to put in for the third part of my San Diego Padres stack. He typically bats within the top 5 or 6 in the order. So, being at home, he's someone I just put in mainly for the stack. And the last part, just trying to make the stack for the San Diego Padres. At catcher, I went with Derek Norris. I'm not sure if he's going to start neither. They may start Christian Bethancourt, and his price tag is $2,000. If that's the case, I'll put Bethancourt in there and upgrade at another position. But, that's currently how I have my lineup constructed. Just to go over each position real quick to highlight, some players that I think who could possibly be good plays. Let's see. I talked about first base. At second base, Daniel Murphy, he hit a home run off the Braves pitcher Waylon. So he has that history, and he's a good player. So definitely consider him. Brian Dozier, good history versus, I think the guy named Dylan G for the Kansas City Royals. I'm not sure the sample size, but he's batting at least 350 with one career home run. I believe the wind is supposed to be blowing out to left field at Kauffman Stadium. I guess you can always consider Altuve, but if you've seen any of my other videos, I can never get the Astros right. Be careful with Kipnis. Research his BVP statistics versus, what's his name, Rodon. I think he's batting less than 200 with 17 at bats versus this guy. Second base. Oh, Brandon Phillips. I also consider this as a stack, the Cincinnati Reds, because all the players on the Reds, their salaries are depressed a little because they're going up against Fernandez. And, with them thinking Fernandez is such a good pitcher, they put all the salaries for the Reds down. So the Reds could be a very, very nice stack. I ended up going with the Padres, but the Reds was another team I was considering. Brandon Phillips at 2,500. He's a great play. I believe he's 3 for 10 maybe against Fernandez with one career home run, playing at home in a hitter's park. So Brandon Phillips, I think he's a great option at second base, a great value option if you need to save some money. And I guess maybe Chase Utley. He had an off night last night, but maybe he come back and perform at his old ballpark today. And that's about it for second base. Third base, let me look at this real quick. I already talked about third base. I talked about Machado and Rendon and Turner, so I talked about that. Shortstop, I think the obvious best play today. Well, I'm not gonna say obvious, but a good play today. Trey Turner. Like I said, the pitcher for the Braves, he a rookie. Waylon, he struggles. So Turner with his speed and the way he's able to swing the bat, he's a good play. Let me look at Corey Seager. Corey Seager definitely lefty versus righty matchup. Y'all know about the Astros. Correa, I can't never get him right, but he could show up today. Be careful with Brandon Crawford. I was thinking about using him. BVP statistics, he's 0 for 8 versus Jake DeGrom. So be careful with that. I'm not on Jose Reyes because, of course, I like Madison Bumgarner. Another person that I kind of like is Tim Anderson. I might put him in instead of Alexi Ramirez. Just put Tim Anderson in as a one-off because he homered on last night. Salazar, he's just coming back, from off the disabled list. Let me look at this. He got a little stolen base upside, 5 stolen bases on the season. And matter of fact, 3 out of the last 4 games, he's had double-digit fantasy points. And he's homered. This is Tim Anderson for the Chicago White Sox, 2,600. And he's homered 2 out of his last 3 games, but only 7 home runs on the season. So he could be an interesting value play. Tim Anderson, a lot of people don't know about him. And that's about it for shortstop. And the last position, outfield position. Let's see. Of course, Mike Trout and Bryce Harper, best players, two of the best top players in the major leagues. Definitely consider them. I would definitely say Harper because really, I'm a Braves fan, but a national stack might work. Murphy, Harper, Trey Turner, and plug somebody else in there. Bryce Harper, and he hit a home run 481 feet yesterday at Coors Field. So he could be on a hot streak. So definitely, Bryce Harper could be in play. Springer, I looked it up against Gosman. He got 2 career home runs in a small sample size. I believe it's no more than 3 to 5 at bats. Let's see. I really don't like the Baltimore. They just inconsistent. I see Adam Jones and Mark Trumbo at 3,400, but they are very, very inconsistent. I don't like that. They got this day-to-day symbol by Billy Hamilton, but price tag of 3,200. Definitely a red stack that I think would be very, very good. Billy Hamilton, Brandon Phillips, Joey Votto, and maybe Adam Duvall or the catcher Barnhart. But if Hamilton plays, he's definitely a good play. And the Cincinnati Reds, is a great stack in my opinion. I just like the Padres better for some reason tonight. I'm probably gonna adjust it because it's like 11 in the morning. But the Cincinnati Reds, that could work out great if you're willing to take that chance versus Fernandez. Cole Calhoun, he has 2 career home runs against Iwakama. So for 3,100, Cole Calhoun for the Los Angeles Angels. And I read off those Mariners BVP statistics. Seth Smith, he could be a good play. 2 career home runs. I forgot how many at bats, but 2 career home runs against Shoemaker. Lefty versus righty matchup. And just going through the player pool. I think that's about it as far as the main players I see at the outfield position. So to recap, my preliminary lineup for tonight's main slate. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Madison Bumgarner. I'm using him at pitcher. It's pretty much nothing anyone can say that can take me off of him. It has to be like some kind of weather concerns for me to get off of him. Now, after Bumgarner, I'm learning my lessons from my losses. I looked at the leaderboards. A lot of people at the top, they have stacks. So sometimes stacks do work, I have to admit. Even though I was talking about no stacks a week ago, sometimes stacks do work. And, the stacks that I like Seattle Mariners. 3 left-handed bats in Martin, Seager, and Adam Lynn. And then I put Nelson Cruz in there because of his power upside and his history versus Shoemaker. I forgot to mention this about Nelson Cruz. Let me mention this real quick. Last night, August 17th, Nelson Cruz was 0 for 4. The last time that he went hitless in the game was on August 13th at Oakland. August 12th at Oakland. He went hitless. He went 0 for 3. The very next game on August 13th, he hit a home run, went 2 for 4. So I like to look for trends. He went hitless last night, so I think maybe he gets a home run tonight. Good history. Hopefully he follows that trend. Of hitting a home run after he goes hitless. Just trying to look at the game log. But yeah, that's the Mariners stack. And I'm still kind of indecisive, but it's early, and right now I'm combining it with the Padres stack. Alexi Ramirez, Kyle Seager, Alex Dickerson, and I got Derek Norris. But I might make some adjustments and put Tim Anderson at that shortstop position, or if Bethancourt starts, I might put him in there, and that'll open up some salary space for me to upgrade somewhere else. But that's about it for my lineup strategy for tonight's main slate. You know, again, yesterday was tough. I was aware of the risk and everything, and it was a risk that backfired on me. I should have thought more reasonably, more logical, and went with Turner or Hep, and it cost me that one. But in this daily fantasy industry, it's like we like professional athletes. We have our winning days and we have our losing days. But it's about how you bounce back, because this ain't like that season long stuff where you bound to one team when you have an injury and you have to be stuck with a bad team. Every day you get a fresh start. Every day you get a clean slate to like make a good lineup and try to win some money. So today is a new day, a new opportunity to be great, a new opportunity to be the best. And I'm putting yesterday behind me because I'm excited about today. So y'all know I'm not gonna keep rambling on and on. I don't want these videos to get too long. But again, thanks for everyone who's taking the time out to view these videos. Thank you to all my subscribers. I believe it's like 18 or 19 of y'all now. Thanks for everyone who's joined the Facebook group. Just search #BeTheBestDFS. Thank you for everybody who's following the Twitter account @BeTheBestDFS. And just thanks to everyone for all your support. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna keep working hard at this, keep researching, trying to help myself get better in DFS and help others as well. So thanks again, and hope y'all win some money tonight. Good luck, and I'll leave y'all with what I always leave y'all with. Try to be the best tonight. All right, I'm out.